This is Valencia with Wellness Honey, and today I'm going to be doing Pick a Pile card reading for the new moon in Libra. Um, this energy feels very, trying to find the words, uplifting. It's feeling very uplifting. Um, and I'll talk a little bit more about the Libra energy now. So the Libra is the sign of the scales. It's the glyph is the setting moon, and in its representation by two, like a scale, like sorry, that's all that sounds like he's coming inside. It's a lot going on right now. Let me just start by saying that there's people outside working on my neighbor's roof. My son's at school being a hot mess. So he's, they're calling, letting us know what's going on with him. My son Atlas. And I feel very called to do this reading right now. It's a couple of days. The new moon is actually on October the 6th, and today is the 1st. I feel called to do this reading now. It's very strong in me. I put it on the schedule. And it feels like this Libra energy is about balance. So back to what I was saying. So it's these scales. And it's about balancing the scales, balancing your perspective. Four themes, four messages that I felt coming into this season was one is a message of balanced thoughts. So balancing your thoughts. Two, detailed judgments. So making sure that you have a lot of details before you make your judgments. And three is another theme, another message of this Libra season I'm feeling is detailed judgment, divine communion. I feel divine communion is about recognizing your divinity and being in communion of yourself. Communion is, let me get my phone, I'm using my phone. Let me look up the word communion. Communion. Okay, the sharing or exchange of intimate thoughts and feelings, especially when the exchange is on a mental or spiritual level. So divine communion is about having this deeply spiritual communion within yourself, which extends out of having this deeply communion with other people, this highly spiritual exchange where it feels like it's divinely led, like that y'all came together for a reason, and understanding that reason and coming together as one, like recognizing the oneness in both parties, in yourself, your oneness to others, and the oneness you have within yourself with others, and the oneness that you have with the people around you, if that make any sense. And another message that I'm feeling for this Libra season is social justice. What is just? What is just for society? Are you being just in your social community, in your social life? How are you being social? Are you showing up for yourself, and things like that? So that's the four messages I feel from Libra season. And I feel with this new moon, it's like I'm feeling this question of what are you manifesting? So picking these piles are going to help you realize, what are you manifesting? What is manifesting? This word gets like thrown around so much that it's like it's directly linked clearly now with the law of attraction. But manifesting at its simplest terms, is about making something apparent to your eyes. So it's literally just about making your thoughts, your emotions, your ideas, just your beliefs, your faith, whatever it is, it's just about making it apparent to you. A lot of times we say and we do things that we aren't really apparent how it's really manifesting in our lives, like how it's really showing up or why it's showing up. So it's like we manifest all the time. It's not just this one time event. Like, no, you manifest from your thoughts. You manifest from the things that you see. You manifest through your actions. And it's not like you only manifest positive things. You manifest negative things. You manifest all kinds of things. And a lot of times we don't realize the things that we're making apparent to ourselves. So with this reading, it's about helping you to realize what you're making apparent, like what's transpiring in your life, whether it be positive or negative. So I'm going to pause the video for a second and you decide on which pile you're going to choose. I think what would be interesting is if you close your eyes and just think of a number, like think of a number, right? Whatever number that come to you from 1 to 3. Like, how do you feel when you think of the number 1? Where do you feel it at? When you think of the number 2, where do you feel it at? When you think of the number 3, where do you feel it at? Where do you feel it at? And then choose which pile makes sense for you. 1, 2, 3. Whichever you feel it the strongest, whatever number gives you the most emotional pull, choose that one. Not so much your favorite number. You know, if you want to choose your favorite number, that's fine. But choose the number that you have the most emotional attachment to. And then we're going to talk. We're gonna go through this reading and see what message that Spirit is wanting to reveal to you right now about what you have been manifesting, or maybe what you could be manifesting, and what you need to be manifesting for this future. Because the new moon is a time for setting intentions. It's the perfect time to bring awareness. That's why it's a good idea to kind of understand what you've been manifesting so you can set some intentions to manifest things more in alignment with what you really want. It's kind of like, I don't want to say taking charge of, but it's kind of like having major influence of what you're manifesting. Making yourself aware of what's manifesting things you don't want and manifesting things you do want. So take a second. I'm going to pause this video and I'll be back. If you pick pile number 1, this pile is for you. This message is for you. Oh, 2, I just want to mention that I did take some notes. I did a meditation on each pile, and I got some feelings and some thoughts that came up. So I'm going to be referencing, I'm going to be looking over here at my notes at some of the things. So before I even start, I think I want to just talk about my notes. One message that came to me was, at your best, you are love. You are a positive, motivating force. And within, so the lyric, I don't know if anybody's familiar with that song. That's by Aaliyah. It's at your best, you are love. You're a positive, motivating force within my life. And if you ever feel the need you want to go, just let me know. So that's the whole lyric that came to me. It's like the last thought that I had in my meditation. And I'm just feeling that I think is that maybe with this pile, you're manifesting love. Like, like recognizing that you're loved, that despite all the bad things that you do, right, is that at your core you are loved. At your core you are loved. So I'm hearing love and loved. And sometimes like we lack love for ourselves, and we don't, it's like we forget how to love ourselves, and we also forget how to allow other people to love us. And we get caught up in our head and what we think love should be and what love should be like. And I'm feeling this, and that we forget that we are love, that all the things that we do is love. You know, sometimes fussing at our kids, sometimes we feel bad for it, but that's you loving them too. You know, if you have,
12 o'clock.
It's 12 o'clock. If you have kids, some of the unconscious, talking of 12, is some of the unconscious things that we do that we think are a bad thing and that we're confused about. It's we're loved. You know, it's we're loved. We're doing the best that we can. So at the end of the day, you are loved. So some other things came to me was distraction, being too available to other people, not being able to relax to hear spirit, like just keep busy, 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 going, 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 and you're not hearing spirit, you're not hearing the messages of spirit. And I heard like losing weight, or not getting weight, or getting in your own way, or getting in your way. So it's like something around you is getting in your way, something, either you're not getting your way in the situation. So it feels like you're manifesting, what is that thing that is getting in your way. That's what it's feeling like. And I got this feeling of retrain your instincts. Don't convince, represent. Don't convince, represent. I got those messages. Okay, so I'm gonna start off. I pulled different cards, and I may pull some more cards to kind of like bring home these messages a little bit more, give some more clarity. So one of the cards, wow, okay, so the card that popped out for the first pile was the Strength card reverse. And I was talking about refrain, like retrain your instincts. I think this is like definitely what this card is about. It's this feeling that you following, it's like you have these extreme urges to do stuff. Like it's just this extreme urge to do stuff, and it's like that's like your natural thing. You always do the same stuff over and over and over again. That's your instincts, and it's like that's what the instincts directly tied to your emotions. It's the emotional cycles that you've been through, and you keep cycling through and keep repeating this cycle. That is what develops your instinct. The actions, the repeated actions that you keep taking. And so it's like that's your response to the emotions. And so with the Strength card reverse, I feel like it's talking about inner strength, developing new instincts. Like not just automatically assuming that what your instincts are telling you is true, like in that you need to act on it. It could be that take a second before you act on your instincts and really think, like, is this really what I want to do right now? Like is this truly, like, kind of question your instincts, because what it seems like is that that your instincts are not telling the full story, and it's keeping you in this cycle, and you need to create new instincts. So that's kind of what I'm feeling, is that, you know, don't be distracted by the emotional cycle. Like that first message is distraction. It's kind of like, it's like there's so many distractions going around you. Like when I first started this video, you know, there's so many distractions that it's like, it's kind of like focusing in, and my instinct is to wait. My instinct is to wait. Like, oh, I'm not ready yet. They have so much going on. I'm just gonna wait till everything died down. But it's kind of like going back and saying, well, don't you always do that? And then distractions come, and then you never get to doing what you're supposed to do, and then you're off track. So it's kind of like that message of like, pay attention to your instincts. Don't just automatically follow them. Like, don't just, they could be a distraction from you actually doing what you're supposed to be doing right now. Then I have trust the timing. Like, I pulled this oracle card. As this is a really beautiful oracle card. Actually, it's like this lady on the wall. It looked like this one lady, right? And it's like in three different spots in the water. She's here in the middle, and then bam, she's over there past all of these distractions. Because I feel like these are like distractions. Distractions are kind of just like points. Like, this is just like points in time, right? And she's going through these points of time, and she's over there out there in the ocean where there's not that many more distractions, because she done got past all of these distractions. So it's like, trust the timing. Trust the timing wave you came in on. Time is not running out. That's another thing about your instincts. Your instinct key is like this persistent feeling, this persistent call that you don't have enough time. It's like urgency. You need to do it now. You need to do it now. And like, it's like you can't wait. It's like you can't think. It's like your instincts just it clouds up your mind. It's like, thought came to me this morning. We have a cat. We don't have a cat, but this is cat. We call him. It's a him, Ginger Tiger. And it's this beautiful cat. It's ginger color, kind of orange tannish color that came in like last week, right after like the full moon in Pisces. This cat come along, right? And I knew it was gonna happen. Fall came around. When fall come around, cats come around. So this cat comes around, and the kids started feeding him. And you know anything about cats, once you feed them, they keep coming back like clockwork. And I even met the other family that the cat goes around in his family, like this, who goes around and who feeds and take care of them. They called him Tiger. We called him Ginger. Well, the kids called him all kind of stuff. I just started calling him Ginger. Then when I met the other family that take care of him, I started calling him Ginger Tiger. So anyways, I get up this morning, and the cat just sits at the door and starts whining every morning around a certain time. Since the kids started feeding him, he gets up and he's like, meow, meow, scratching at the door. Then he saw this new thing going around in the backyard, scratching at that door. And the kids, everyone is so aggravated and everything because they feel the energy of this cat. Like, cats are very controlling, and when they want something, they keep persistent and persistent. They keep meowing. They keep trying to let you know. That's like prime. It's prime of how your instincts act. It's just this complete urgency. I need something right now. I'm hungry. Pay attention to me. Or I'm tired. Pay attention to me. This is what the cat does, right? My son gets up, go to the refrigerator, get something out the refrigerator, and go give the cat something out the door. I have been telling them, I really don't want to be feeding the cat because the cat gonna keep coming around. I don't want the cat to be using the bathroom in my garden and stuff, because cats do that. When they home and they're the outside cats, they start marking their territory. They go and use the bathroom everywhere, and then you stepping in cat poop and stuff, right? So because we have cats before and they did stuff like this, outside cats. And so I'm like, I really don't want to feed them, but the cat, the cat is an okay cat, and I get the game, and I'm like, all right, look, but we need ground rules. Don't just feed him when he comes crying at the door. Just whatever. We're going to feed him at a certain time each day, and then that'll be it. And we're not going to feed him outside the door. We're going to feed him over by, over closer to the trash can area, and it's not going to be a whole bowl of food or nothing. Just give him a little something, and then that's it. Because when he start thinking that you're his main meal, he going to be here all the time, right? So these are lessons that I learned through dealing with the cat, right? Through dealing with cats. And one thing I talked to my husband about this morning, and I was like, I feel the cat represents my instincts. It's this gnawing feeling all the time. Like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And this urgency. It's just this extreme urgency. And it's like, what I've realized is then I just keep doing the same stuff over and over and over again, getting trapped in the same cycles. And so I'm feeling that, right? It's that that for this pile, it's about retraining your instincts, right? Not just believing them, not just catering to them. Soon when something comes up and you feel this urgency to get something done, it's understanding that, you know what, everything is happening in its own time. Take your time, slow down. Time is not running out. That it's okay to just relax. It's okay to just be, you know? That you don't have to get something done right now and do something right now and pay attention to all of these distractions, you know? You can just focus in on what you're doing and be patient. Everything is working out in its own time. So these cards kind of just was popping out the pile. These oracle cards. I didn't plan to pick all these oracle cards. I planned to pick one card, but this one popped out, and this other one popped out is the blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. I feel this pile is waking up. Like it's having these strong feelings of noticing that something isn't right about my life or what I'm doing. Something is kind of off, right? And that is like just waking up to like, yeah, you know, like the thing I'm talking about with my instincts. I think you know this. If you pick this power, you know that you've been stuck following, you know, just being stuck by your instincts. Keep doing the same stuff. Keep following the same patterns. You know this already. You're waking up to it right now. And it's almost kind of like, you know, the spirit is letting you know that, you know, you're going through an awakening. Be patient with yourself. And that just keep paying attention to the signs. Just keep paying attention to your instincts. And then also child of the cosmos. I pulled this, and all of these cards have the same color. It's like purple and blue. I'm feeling like this pile is either drawn to the color purple or blue. And I'm thinking with the color purple, that's the crown chakra. And the color blue, this blue, and because it's the blue is water in this one, and the flame is blue, it feels throat, communications, even emotions, but the color blue to me represent that throat chakra. So it's like crown chakra, throat chakra could be expanding, could be opening, and it's kind of like the child of the cosmos. It says the intelligence of the universe lies within you. It's kind of like when you take a second from just following your instincts and tapping into more of your intuitive side. Like that's what I'm feeling, because right now I'm feeling a lot in my root chakra. It's like just this constant, and like the instincts definitely tap into that root chakra energy. It's kind of like releasing this urgency, this need, just doing stuff for money, and tap more into your intuitive side. So this power is like it's being called to tap more into your mental, like that mental spiritual side, that intuitive side that's letting you know everything is working out just fine, and maybe do this, but you can't do this. You see what I'm saying? You can't do this, the thing that the spirit is asking you to do, because you're too busy focused on doing that. The thing that your instincts is telling you to. It's just like this like battle between your instincts and your intuition. It's like your intuition is telling you something not right about the things that you're doing. You know, something not right about the actions that you're taking. Something not right about the same things you keep doing. But you can't see it because you keep automatically following your intuition. You're like, well, not your intuition, following your instincts. Like, I'm following my instincts, so I'm doing that. But your instincts sound like they're based on survival. Like maybe you're not feeling like you don't have enough money, so a lot of things you're doing is money based. I got to get this money, I got to do this, but there's no spiritual calling behind it. It's no spiritual direction. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And then I pulled the four of spades. And the spades to me feels like a very spiritual card, very dominating. And with the four is about groundedness and like creating a really great foundation. So it feels like with this four of like this Four of Spades, it's like being grounded in your spiritual nature. I think it's even that Four of Spades is kind of honing in on that, being grounded in your spiritual nature, and trusting your intuition, you know, and balancing yourself out, balancing things out to where they make sense for you. I don't know I don't know how that fits in, but that just feels like balancing out what makes sense to you, like what you think makes sense to you. Is it lining, like, hold on. What you think makes sense to you is not what actually makes sense to you or makes sense for your life. That's what I'm hearing. What you think makes sense for you is not actually what makes sense for your life. That's what I'm getting with that. And then this card, Artemis, Guardian. And it says you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. This pile, it feels like definitely like you're manifesting your spiritual calling. And Spirit wants you to follow that. Spirit wants you to get your mind off of the mundane, the things that keep like the same things that's happening in your life, these materialistic things. It's like take your sights off of that in gaining resources. Put your mind on gaining spiritual awareness, because you are protected. You're protected, you're guided, but you're not listening to that guidance, right? Or maybe you are listening to that guidance because you're waking up to it, and it's almost like it's telling you to trust that guidance. Yeah, Spirit confirmed, trust that guidance. Okay, and then this one, deep replenishment. And so this card right here it says retreat, rest, be held. And there's this lady holding these flowers by the water, and there's a crescent moon in the shadows. And it's like flowers everywhere, and she's like standing on the edge of this curve into this water, and she looks like she has her hands up like this with the flowers, almost like she's praying or admiring these flowers. And I feel Spirit is saying that, you know, and you, it's like, I'm hearing gratitude. It's prayer. I'm hearing and I'm feeling prayer. Like Spirit is asking you to pray, like to pray for guidance, to ask for guidance, to replenish yourself, like spiritually. Like it's asking you to not only just meditate, meditating is great, but ask for the guidance, like talk to Spirit. Talk to Spirit. Even if it sounds or feel crazy, just start talking to Spirit. Put your hands together and just be like, show gratitude. Thank you, Spirit, for leading and guiding me. Show me the way. Show me what you need me to see. And just keep talking to Spirit and let Spirit guide you in rest. So it's pray and then meditate on what you're saying, what you're feeling while you're praying. And I'm feeling like that's the key to getting grounded. Spirit is really asking you to get grounded because you've been ungrounded lately because of this spontaneous awakening that you're going through right now. It's like you kind of feeling ungrounded, you know, kind of feel like you're going all over the place, not really sure what you need to be doing. And it's almost like things aren't clear to you right now. And it's, you know, you keep going through the same stuff, and it's like Spirit is like, but this time is different. I know you feel like you're going through the same stuff over and over again, but this particular time is a little different. And it's saying, and I feel like you need to meditate, like I'm saying. So this lady is praying, and then from them prayer, this lady she's meditating. So I think this is for this pile, it's about grounding your feminine energy. Your instinct is a very feminine quality. So whether you're male or male or female, it's whoever picked this pile, you're manifesting grounding. Wow, I don't know. The meditation music went off and literally just came back on. So I think that's a sign that this pile is manifesting, balancing your feminine energy, your instincts, by grounding yourself and meditating. And it says, this card says empath, highly sensitives connect with nature. And I think that means two things. It's twofold. Connect with your outside, like with the outside nature. Go into to a garden. Go to some. If you can't have access to a garden, go to a park, which there's usually plants and gardens at certain parks, and go sit by a tree, or take your shoes off and put your shoes in the sand and just go lay out and watch the birds chirp, listen to the birds chirp, watch the birds play, watch the dragonflies, watch the butterflies, smell the flowers. Go outside and ground yourself. Get into nature so that you can connect to your true nature, your inner nature, because you're changing. You're becoming someone else. And I mean, not like somebody you don't. It's almost like you're unfamiliar with this side of yourself. Like you lost a connection with yourself that you don't even realize that you're just going back to who you've always been. You're reawakening who you've always been. And right now, Spirit is like, we need you to do that because you have something very important that we need for you to give to the world. It's something very important that you're being called to birth into this life, to create. But you can't do it if you're too busy chasing your instincts, like following them and not paying attention to your actions and the things that you're doing. And you're not, it's like almost like it's keeping you busy, but you're it's like busy stuff, but you're not producing anything worth anything. You're not getting closer to the things you're really supposed to be doing because you're rushing. You're thinking everything that you feel is so urgent when it's really not. Nothing. You got all the time in the world. Like, just relax yourself and get grounded and pray. Meditate from what you prayed about. Trust the timing of your life and just embrace the spiritual activation that you're going through right now, and ground yourself in your spiritual surroundings. Why did I say spiritual surroundings? Maybe I meant to say create spiritual surroundings. I'm hearing create a spiritual surrounding. If you don't already have an altar, you don't already have a spiritual place, create it. It doesn't have to be something super huge, it's just a place. You can get one candle, tea candle, if that's all you got, or you can afford, or whatever you can get, a tea candle, and just create just this little space. Like, it could be in a box that you take out every now and then, it's just create just this little altar of a box altar, or a physical altar of things like crystals, or things that you find, like money, little notes that you write to yourself, affirmations, and put it there. Something where you can just constantly remind yourself. Your altar can be in your bathroom, It doesn't have to be something big, It's just that Spirit is asking you to create more spiritual surroundings, more of a spiritual environment that's going to help nurture you, going to help ground you, so that you can receive the spiritual information that's coming to you. So you're manifesting more spirituality, more spiritual understanding, more spiritual. You're manifesting connecting with that. You're making it apparent, your spiritual purpose. What? Or how you can follow your purpose, your spiritual purpose. This power really feel like you're activating, like you're turning on, you're awakening to your spiritual purpose and what you really need to be doing in your life right now. So if this message resonated with you, please leave it in the comments and let us know, like, what are you manifesting? What part of this resonated with you and that relates to what you're manifesting? I would love to hear. We would love to read this and see. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, Miss Sunny, click that button. And then, because there's many more videos where this came from, or that we're creating. And so, I really hope that you enjoyed this and you have a great day. I'm going to be moving on to pile 2 now. Hello, pile number 2. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. And so let's see, what are you manifesting right now? So I took some notes on each pile. I did a meditation and I took some notes. And let me tell you some of the notes that I got. Alright, I have pile 2, not wanting to let go, being pulled in different directions, stalemate, not able to move forward, keep making the same mistakes, hunger, natural tendencies, no more hiding, being secretive, not being... So I'm feeling some messages too, kind of like crossing over from the pile 2. Don't believe your instincts. So I got that too. That came up for pile 1 too. The whole instincts thing, which I think is going to be a recurring theme through all the piles, because we're in the fall season right now, and the fall season is it's tapping into it's ruled, I want to say ruled, but it's associated with the water element. The water element is associated with our emotional selves. Our emotional selves directly tap into our instincts. So I feel like that theme is going to be playing out through the next 3 months that we're in the fall season. So but something that definitely keeps coming out is the not wanting to let go. So I'm thinking maybe you're manifesting the willpower to let go of something that seems to be very persistent in your life, that's like causing this inner battle that's making you stale, like you can't figure out which way to go, because it's almost like you have this battle, like this, like it's like maybe not battle, maybe like you have this thing being pulled, because I kept feeling when I was meditating just this pulling, like this pull, like maybe you're being pulled and stretched out into different directions. But let's see, right? Let's see. Okay, so for this card, three of these cards just popped out the deck. I was like, wow. So the first card is the 7 of Pentacles. And this kind of guy is like that stalemate thing I kind of was talking about. It's just he's looking back at what's been done, like looking back at all the things that have been accumulated, like the growth. Looking back at his growth, and this guy kind of looks dissatisfied with it, even though like from this picture, it seems like much growth, but it's almost like maybe it's not enough growth. So being kind of dissatisfied, right, with the growth that you have been having, and like what has been manifested thus far. Looking back at it, like I don't know if this is what I wanted, even though it seems like a lot, even though it seems like you've grown a lot, but almost like but have I grown in the way that I needed to grow? And I'm feeling like now you're questioning and looking back and not really knowing how to move forward because sorry about that. I'm just gonna lay all the cards out, I'm thinking, because I want to be able to look at them. All right, so yeah, and I think it's that. I think it's this looking back and trying to realize, like, I don't think I'm happy with where I'm at right now. and or just really maybe not happy, but just kind of like taking an honest look at what's been going on, trying to be kind of like objective. That's the word I'm feeling. Trying to be objective about your growth, you know. And another card came up would be the Chariot. It's like this guy with this square on his chest, and the Chariot is a strong card. It's a very strong card. It's a strong about balance and courage, and it's like being it's like controlling. So it's this chariot, right? First off, this chariot is like it's concrete, and it's in front of the water, and it's on ground, and they have these two I forget what these things are called. I don't want to call them sphinx, but these two feline type of creatures. And I really like, you know, they're not cats, but they kind of like cat feeling. And I feel like it's like he doesn't have anything attached to them. When you think of a horse and like with a chariot, you think of like it's something pulling it. There's reins and stuff, but he doesn't have any reins on his chariot. Like it's just like he has this baton in his hand. So it's almost like the way that he controls his chariot is through his energy, through having a strong foundation and belief in himself, and it's like just controlling it from the inside, not really trying to control it from the outside. It's like this inner, like, you know, I'm strong, I'm confident, things come to me, and I relax. I don't need to prove anything to anybody, you know. It's like kind of like, let me see, I'm looking at my notes because I thought I wrote that down somewhere. It's like not needing to prove things. That's what I don't know, but it's just the feeling of, you know, being strong in your I'm feeling like a heaviness in my head right now, and like my lower back, it feels like pain right now as I'm giving this reading. This reading feels hard. I don't know if I'm saying the things. Okay, so Spirit feels like it's telling me that I am saying the things, but I'm missing. It's the being pulled in two different directions part. It's this sticking out to me. So with this Chariot card, I'm really trying to understand kind of what that means. I think it's that you don't need to be pulled into two different directions if you knew what you really wanted. It's almost like stand strong in what you really want and stop chasing things that's not for you. Like, stop worrying about things and just staying true to what you want. And with this, the Knight of Swords, it's like he's going forward. It's like look like, you know, when it's going that way, it's like going forward fast into the past. It's like, that's what I think. It's like the horse is like, slow down, what are you doing? Like, it's like trying to be light and fast, going so fast, you know. And I think it's the swords taps into our mental selves, and it's kind of like maybe you're having racing thoughts, and that it's like your thoughts are not consistent, and they just keep racing and racing and racing and racing, and almost like you can't calm them down. It's just like racing, telling you all the things that need to get done, and it's almost like having like these, I want to say anxiety, but maybe it's more like overwhelmness. Like your thoughts are taking you in two different directions. Like, I think it's that, like, that's the two different directions. Like, you have one thought, then another thought, and it's just kind of like this thought contradicts this thought. The moment you think you got it together, you get another thought, and you're like, wait, now you're questioning everything. So like, I think that, and I feel like that is, we got the High Priestess reversed, and I feel like this means secrets being revealed. And I think that's what I get the no more hiding, being secretive, not being honest. That's what it was. Not being honest. It's kind of like, are you being honest with yourself right now? It feels like you're manifesting honesty. Like, are you really doing things that you really want to be doing right now? Like, be honest. Who are you? What do you want? If you wasn't growing, like if you look back at your growth and you really don't like where you're at right now, and you're looking at your growth like, I'm not feeling this, right? It's kind of like, so why? Who do you want to be? What do you want to grow into? It's kind of like that. This feeling is like that. It's like it's like allowing yourself to trust this vision that was given to you, right? And it's almost like not waiting for things to be completely told to you. Like, it's almost like it's like, I feel like with this pile, something is off. Like, and I think the first pile, they knew something was off, but this is kind of like, it's like, you're not being honest about something with yourself, or even with others. So you're not being honest with yourself, and that's reflecting back out to the people and things that's in your life right now. It's just a whole bunch of dishonesty just surrounding your aura. That's what it feels like. And Spirit is saying, well, you have to first be honest with you. Like, really listen to yourself. And the High Priestess is the queen of intuition. And you got this black, gray, red, and then she's in this blue with this crescent moon, right? And it feels like for this new moon is manifesting honest intentions. I'm feeling Scorpio all over this. Like, every time I think of the High Priestess, I feel Scorpio. It's like Scorpios have all of this knowledge. They're able to investigate and understand everyone's hidden motivations. But sometimes they focus so busy on other people's hidden motivations, they miss their own. They miss why they do what they do. And so, on that note, these 4 cards came out, right? Is the Joker reverse, clearly. And to me, the Joker is a wild card. It's like almost like the universe is like, you have this wish that can be granted. That's what it feels like with this card. You have a wish, but you don't even know. It's like, you don't even know how to ask for the wish because you're not being honest with yourself. Like, it's like the universe, I got this gift for you, but you don't even know how to receive it. Like, you can't even get it. Like, you're so busy focused. You're so busy not being honest with what you really want and who you really are, that you can't even see what's for you. And that's what it feels like with this. And it's like 808 is on it too. There's this 808. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16, 1 and 6 is 7. And it's almost like 7 to me represents conscious knowledge and intelligence. And I feel like it's kind of like feeling like misdirection of focus. Like, and I think that's what this feels like. It's like this kind of this being pulled in 2 different directions is an illusion. Like, that's another thing. This card is big on illusions too. It's like almost like secrets and things being kept. It's like the being pulled in different directions is really not the truth. Like, it seems like you're being pulled in 2 different directions because you're not being honest about something. But if you spent the time trying to figure it out, then it would be clear as day to you what you're supposed to do. And so you get 2 9s, right? The 9 of clubs and the 9 of hearts. And the 2 of spades. So I'm just gonna add up these numbers and see what we get. We get 9 plus 9, that's 18, 19, 20, 2. This is pile 2, right? All right. So I'm feeling like with the heart, it's about love. I instantly heard end of love. It's end of love. Like it's something in your emotional life is coming to an end. Could be a relationship. Maybe that's what you're not being honest about. I'm feeling that something you love, something you think you love. Like, I think that's what that being honest with yourself is about. It's something that you think that you love. It's really not what you love, but you think. It's almost like you programmed yourself to love this, when in truth, it's just you really don't love it, and you're holding on to it. You don't want to let it go, but it's the one thing that's holding you back. And with this, with the clubs, I'm feeling like the clubs is about, it's a very intelligent feeling card. And it feels like, and I'm feeling like the clubs, I think is tied. I don't know if it's 100% tied, but I'm feeling it's tied to mental. I think it directly is tied with this Knight of Swords. I think this card directly ties to mental. I think it's a mental thought that is persistent in your mind is coming to an end. It has to come to an end. It's at its final stage. It's into, because the 9 is a number of transition. The sign that connects with the 9, with the number 9, or that's the 9th sign, is Sagittarius. It's almost feeling like, come Sagittarius season, like you're going to be working with this thought consistently from this point on until about Sagittarius season. This thought is going to call you to act. It's this mental thought that just keeps going over in your mind over and over and over and over again, and that's causing you to feel overwhelmed. It's like it's gonna come to an end. Like you're gonna find some resolve, because it's something you're not getting. The reason why the thought is persistent is because you're not getting it. The reason why you keep going over it and over is because you're missing something. Right now you're manifesting clarity in thoughts. That's what it feels like. You're manifesting clarity in thoughts. It's an end. It's an end. You're transitioning to a new cycle, and it's something you love. I don't know. It could be a habit. It can be drugs. It could be a drug. It could be an exercise routine. I don't know specifically what it is, but whatever it is, it's something you have a deep love and passion for. I'm gonna put quotes, right? And it's the one thing holding you back. And then the 2 of Spades, this the second pile. The 2 of Spades seem appropriate. And like in the previous, I don't know, I didn't say it in this one, but to me the Spades feel very spiritual. It just feels like a very spiritual card. Like it feels like, and the number 2 is about, is working together, because the 2, you have 1 is like initiative, you by yourself, independence. 2 is like togetherness, and it feels like maybe it feels, no, 2 is also Taurus. I'm feeling Taurus vibes right now. It's kind of like this need to want to work together with what you feel, right, and what you see. Feel and see is what I'm feeling for this. It's like maybe what you sense and see. So you may be sensing something, and that like in your life, but it's not lining up with what you see. So you may be sensing, maybe I keep hearing dishonesty. I don't know. You may be sensing some dishonesty spiritually. Like spiritually, you can't, like somebody's being in. It feels, this card specifically is talking about someone else being dishonest with you. So someone else being dishonest, you can feel it. Like you, like this person not telling me the whole truth. Maybe they don't even know they being dishonest with you. But it's just something is not being told to you, and you can sense it, but it's like you can't prove it. So I feel like with this card, that's what I'm feeling. Like you can sense something not right, but you just can't prove it. And Spirit is saying, don't focus on what you can't prove. That's it. That's all I had got. Don't focus on what you can't prove. That was it. Okay, so then with the goddess cards, I pulled. All right, first I'm gonna go with. I want to say this is Aaron, and there, and this like three whale. Oh, that's dolphins. 3 dolphins in the background. 3 black dolphins, and this lady, she got a baby in one hand, and she has grapes. And that looked like corn, but you know, it's food. And another hand. And this card really is speaking to, just by, before I even read the bottom part of it, is that like, I instantly felt what you're eating. You know, what are you putting into your body? What are you nurturing yourself with? Because it's directly is directly related to your manifestation. The baby is the sign of manifestation. Right? And it feels like, because the baby's covered, it's like this new, like your spirituality is very new. You know, it's like you're birthing a new spirituality. That's what it kind of feels like. New spiritual guidance, like new motivation. That's what it feels like. And that what are you eating? What you're eating is directly related to that. It's what it feels like. And I feel like the top of this card says peace. Maybe it's like you're not having peace in your life because the things you're eating is causing disruption. It's not causing you peace. Like, so maybe reevaluate what you're eating and be honest with yourself. Honesty keep coming up. Be honest with yourself. Is this food really helping or hurting you right now? You know, if after you eat something, all of a sudden you've got these racing thoughts. Okay. Your food directly can affect you and your thoughts in your mind frame, right? So if you're feeling overwhelmed by your thoughts, it could be because of the food that you're eating. So it's almost like find peace with what you're eating. That's what I'm feeling. It says there is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So I think that ties into this is your own lack of, let me bring this all the way back. This feels like this is your own lack of discontentment because you can't. It's an illusion. Your growth is fine, but you can't accept your growth for where you at because you're not being honest with yourself, right? And it's kind of like make peace for what all that you've been through so that you can manifest more of what you want moving forward. But what you've been through, what has been manifested, was all for your greatest good. That's what it feels like. And that it's almost like just hold yourself accountable. I'm hearing accountability is very important. Hold yourself accountable to your growth, right? But don't let it consume you where you're so dissatisfied with it, right? Hold yourself accountable, evaluate your growth, and be honest with yourself moving forward. Because what was grown is because of you being dishonest with yourself. And because you can't see what was given to you because you're so dissatisfied with what you don't have. Dissatisfaction. Yeah, it's dissatisfaction. All right, and so then we've got these 2 cards right here, these 2 oracle cards. Wait, it's not time thing yet. Things are being woven. So it's, you want to rush. Your mind wants to rush with this King of Swords. Your mind wants to rush into the next, like you want to rush. It's like you're not happy with your growth, so your mind is like, come on, like, we got to keep going, we got to do something else. That's what it is. Something's not working, so you immediately want to just start doing some other things. Like your mind is in overtime, like, you know, I need to manifest this, like, you know, I need to manifest something else. I need to start actively trying to do something. Like misunderstanding what manifesting is about. Manifesting is just about making things apparent to you, mentally, spiritually, emotion, in a physical way, in your physical world, making it manifest, making it apparent, right? So it's not about doing anything. You don't have to do anything to manifest. All you do is you focus on your actions. You focus on your thoughts and your feelings about your desires. That's all you do for manifesting. You don't do anything. The problem is when we start trying to do stuff. And right now, it's like, wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. So it's right now, just be in the waiting space that you're in. Enjoy that. Find peace in that. Don't automatically start trying to do anything. This is just harvest time, right? If you're not happy with what's harvested, evaluate first before you start manifesting more of the same stuff by letting your mind take control. So with the first pile, it felt like their instincts was taking control of them. This pile feels like it's your mind is taking control of you. Your thoughts is taking control. Even maybe your intuition is taking control. So I'm feeling with this because I feel a lot of blue in this pile, the color wise, but it's almost like if the first pile needs to reevaluate their instincts and tap more into their intuition, it feels with this pile, you need to slow down, come from your step out of your intuition, right? I know that's so hard. Don't trust your intuition. The intuition, don't trust everything your intuition is telling you, right? All right, people think your intuition is just this thing that just falls out the sky from nowhere, but actually your intuition is repetition of your mental thoughts, right? It's a mental patterns, mental breakthroughs, letting things go. When you get clarity in mind, intuition happens, right? Intuition doesn't always mean it should be followed. Intuition is that thing you're supposed to notice, right? It's just noticing. Listen to it, right? You listen to it. You see what it's trying to tell you. Like, that's what that's about. And that's what I'm feeling with this pile, is that maybe you should slow down on your intuition. Like, stop just automatically listening to your intuition. Could be telling you something's going wrong and you need to do this, that, and the other, right? All right, so this card says, well, in Orca Elders, share your song, frequency and sound, dive deep. I'm feeling with this pile, I'm sorry, excuse me, I gotta stretch. All right, it's feeling like with this card, it feels like share your song, frequency of sound. I just was saying, maybe listen to your intuition, like listen to it, but don't actually act on it. I think this kind of has that, like this pile feels like a very intuitive pile. Like you're always getting these intuitive hits about yourselves and the people around you, that it's almost like, and specifically the people around you, it feels like. So you're always interacting with them. You're always getting clarity and intuitive hits about what's going on with them. So much so that maybe you focus a little bit too much on that. You know, too much on how maybe other people aren't being honest with you, right? That you miss where you can't see how you're not being honest to yourself by paying too much attention to them, right? I'm feeling like it's time for you to sing your song. Maybe sometimes when you have, that's why I'm saying don't follow your intuition, listen to it, because it may not be a call for something you to do, but just telling you about a call of what's going on with other people around you. You see, it's like tapping into their mental thoughts, and almost like you keep acting on their intuition. Like, I don't want to say their intuition, but you keep acting on information you're getting from your intuition about other people, that you're not listening to your own self, right? You're not listening to your instincts, right? And it's almost like you're not singing your song. You're not on your frequency. Your frequency is tied to somebody else's frequency, and you don't even realize it. Like, you following someone else's frequency. You're singing someone else's song, and it's messing you up because you're following your intuition. It's like, cause sometimes it feels like our intuition can feel the spiritual thing, right? And it's like, I feel called, and you keep feeling called. Yes. It's everyone is calling you. Everything is calling you. You know, everything wants your attention. You may even be feeling the spirits of someone else's. And if you're not tapped in, that's what I feel like this pile has psychic, has very psychic like intuition. Like they're very psychic intuition, but you're very like psychic, like you know things gonna happen before they happen. You know people will come to you and say that people come to you because you're so in tuned. And it's like it feels like you get so caught up and wrapped up in their little sad story that is hindering your growth, and you seeing your own life for what it is because you using their feelings thinking it's your feelings and it's really not. So I'm feeling like stop listening, stop following your intuition and just listen to what it's saying and be patient and let it play out. Oh, I forgot the goddess card too for you. It's the golden opportunity. It says important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. So that's another goddess card that you had got that went along with the peace. It's like when you at peace and you spend the time listening to your own intuition, then it's like listening to your intuition, not the intuition that you picking up, your outside intuition. See, that's what I think this High Priestess card is about. It's like list two. It's like it's coming to me. It's like listening to your own intuition, your inner intuition, instead of the intuition that's outside. Whether it be from spiritual, like spirit or whatever, you know. Just all spirit is not the spirit you should be listening to. When we think of spirits, we think, you know, like the spirit speak to me. It ain't just one, it's several. It's which one are you tapping into? You could be tapping into someone else's spirit, you see? And it's like, I think with this reverse card, it's like you're not being honest with yourself because you are honestly tapping into sources outside of you. So it's like, I feel like listen to yourself. And then for another oracle card is align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. It's like you're not in alignment with yourself because you so tied up in other people. You so tied up in other people like life that like, and I don't mean energy. That's what I mean to say. Not so much life. It can be go together, but energy. It's like sometimes we have friends and we're so close with our friends, right? It's almost like we're one. And then we care so much about what they got going on sometimes that we forget to pay attention to what we got going on, what I got going on. That's what it is. You can't pay attention to what I got going on. Your third eye. Because your third eye is clouded trying to decipher between what other people. When people are always calling you, complaining to you, oh, I just got a chill on my thighs. When people are always coming to complain to you about what's going on in their life, every time they want to talk to you, they just want to clutter your mind up about what they got going on with them, it hinders you. It makes you not align with yourself, especially when you're not strong. And that's what I'm feeling like with this peace card. It's like you're not completely, you're a baby in this spiritual life. Like that's what it feels like. Like you're just really waking up to your spiritual talents, like and your psychic abilities. You know it's there, but it's not nurtured. So people keep coming to you and you keep taking on these spirits and you don't know how to release them. It's making you not align with yourself. And then the Akasha. It says your guidance is divinely guided. Your guidance is divinely guided. So it feels you have this ability to tap into other realms and other like outside and like I said, like higher consciousness, right? You're very psychic. You're very in tuned. It's just that you're so busy clouded and your mind is not in the right places, and it's that you can't hear your own intuition. It's drowned it out by not being in control of your gifts. That's what it is. Not being in control, not being mature. That's what I heard. Not so much control, not being mature in your gifts. And then this last card I got for you is no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. That feels very contradictory with this card right here. This card right here says golden opportunity. This is a Yimi. Why I'm having all the time pronouncing this right now. Come on, Spirit, help me. It's like my mind want to say Yimiya. It's and I think that's what it is. But she's a goddess. In the Orsha. Oh, my back is killing me right now. I'm feeling like you gotta make a decision, pile number 2. I feel you gotta make a decision. And it's saying that this golden opportunity, important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. And then this right now says no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. What do? I think this is this ultimately I kept feeling pulled in 2 different directions type of thing. It's like there's this opportunity, right? It's this important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them, right? And then there's on this side that says no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. What do? It's just this pull. What do I do? No, I think it's really simple. I think that when you, whatever it is that your mind is telling you to do, don't do it. And that is the golden opportunity. Whatever your mind, like whatever your intuition is telling you so hard, take this, this is it, do it. No. Whatever you feeling like this real extreme, like keep mental process, like this keep mental thing, just keep going over and over and over again. Postpone it. Take your time and to evaluate the situation. We're in Libra season. Detailed judgments. Before you make a decision, detailed judgments. Then you're going to realize the golden opportunity is in that saying no. That's what I feel like this means. Walk through that door. Say yes to you. Say no to other people. Say no to other people's energy. Say no to other people calls. Take some time and say yes to you. That's what I'm getting. It's not really a conflict of pulling you in the wrong. It's not this thing like you feel like you're being pulled in all these directions. It's real simple. Like it feels very simple. Be honest with yourself. Just go into you. Be honest. Listen to your intuition, but do not just go and follow it. Don't let it keep ruling your life. Like just let it listen. And listen to you. That's the message I got for you, pile number 2. This pile was kind of hard for me. It really was. Because I feel like the Chariot. I feel it. Like you have strength. You can control a lot more than you seem like you could control if you stop letting your intuition rule your life. And you stop like letting others rule your life and you focus on your own strength within you. Get grounded on what you really want for yourself. Get grounded. But get in tuned is the word. Get in tuned what you really want for yourself. And watch the opportunities. You'll know the right opportunities. You'll know when to say no. You'll know when to say yes. It's just gonna come. Pile number 2, if you like this reading and resonate, let us know down low in the comments, what are you manifesting? Does this feel like what you're manifesting? And it feels like, clarity, trusting, it's like listening to yourself. That's what it is. Getting in tune with what you really want, being honest. If you agree with that, let us know. We would love to hear, and also subscribe to the channel because we're going to have more videos like this. Every new moon, we're going to do a reading to see what you're manifesting. All right? Peace. Blessings. I'm on to pile 3. Nam yore ke kyo, nam yore ke kyo. All right. All right, pile number 3. This is for you. Okay, so first I wrote down some messages and that I did in my little meditation before I did this video, and some things that came up. A lack of direction, chasing fantasies, Let go of immature thoughts, validation or confirmation you are going in the right direction. Caught a fly. Caught a fly. That just came up. Caught a fly. In this image of trying to catch a fly. And I feel like, I think it has a lot, and it's saying, it's speaking a lot to, it's, we spend so much time trying to catch the fly, you know what I mean, trying to catch what's in front of us, catch what has been manifested, right? Like it's been manifested, and it's like we trying to, like, it's like what has been manifested, it's like we're trying to, like, capture it, if that make any sense. Like, we're so focused on it, like, and I feel like when you're trying to catch a fly, it's almost impossible sometimes to catch a fly. They be everywhere. They'll have you hitting yourself, hitting your face. Then the question I keep getting is, don't try to catch the fly. Try to change the environment that attracted the fly. Like, that's the feeling that I'm getting for Power 3, is that it's manifesting, like, either you are manifesting that you're constantly just being stuck, putting out fires, cleaning up messes. Like, that's your current thoughts and emotions is manifesting this kind of needing to keep putting out like keep cleaning up mess, instead of creating circumstances to where that you don't, like, that you're rolling. You don't have to keep cleaning up messes that's creating these unfavorable circumstances, or these pests. Creating, word came up with pests. Pest came up. You won't keep creating these pests, whatever the pest is. Feeling that something in your left eye. It's like I had got this, my eye, I kept wanting to scratch it, and it didn't want to stop. Like, just kept itching and itching. I kept trying to scratch it, and just felt like something was in my left eye. And then left eye came up. The girl from TLC just came up, and then the eye patch. It's almost like, what are you blinding yourself to? It's almost that. It's like, what are you blinding yourself to? What are you not allowing yourself to see? It's like, that's what I'm feeling. I feel like pain and heartache. I feel like you're manifesting pain and heartache. And it's, I got allowing people to influence you. And staying in the friend zone. I just heard that, friend zone. Or staying in the friend zone. Whatever that means. I guess we're going to see. Spirit is going to let us know what does this mean. What are these little messages meaning? Immature thoughts and letting go of confirmation that you're going in the right direction. And this third pile, this thing is chasing fantasies too. All right, so we get the first card I pulled was, I was called to pull from this right here. Is interesting. The 8 of Diamonds came up. Diamonds to me feel very material. Is wealth, physical, you know, and it feels like, I think that's the thing with the chasing fantasies. It's like chasing a unicorn. It's like a rainbow and chasing that pot of gold. I feel with this pile, caught up in chasing wealth. And 8 is about power, influence, and wealth. And I feel like the 8 of Diamonds is like this. It's just that you're manifesting wealth, but the way you could be going about it is you're chasing fantasies. Anything that sounds good. Ooh, I can make money doing this. What? And getting scammed. I feel like that when I was in my meditation, getting these calls. Like, I had to put my phone on mute. It's like getting these calls trying to, like, sell me into something. Telling me when stuff seemed too good to be true, I just gotta chill. All, like, in my bottom half. Like in my groin area. It's like chasing fantasies, chasing whatever somebody tell you that can help you make money quick, rich, quick schemes. It's like being naive. Wow. So, excuse me for that. The phone just clicked off. During this time of recording this video, Mercury has gone retrograde and it's in Libra, I believe. But that was funny. Not funny, but weird. Okay, so I was saying 8 of diamonds about scammers. It's like believing whatever, even if it sounds good, but you deep down feel like, I don't know if this is true, but you're going along with it because your eyes is open. Like, it's like get rich quick schemes where you don't have to put much effort in, but you make a whole lot of money. That investing your money in things that are not fruitful is like trying so hard to acquire wealth that you're not taking the time to let it mature. You're just doing things trying to get a quick buck, and it's like you're allowing other people to influence your decisions. That's what it feels like. That's the other people influencing. It's like a webinar coming around saying that you'll make 10 figures in your coaching business if you do this. Listen to my webinar, buy my program, like that kind of feeling. Or on a commercial on TV, or somebody sending a commercial on TV saying, oh, get rich doing this, that, and the other, or looking at somebody else and they made a whole bunch of money, like on the internet, they making a whole bunch of money selling waist trainers. It's like, oh, well, let me do that. Like anything that seems not even your passion, but you're like, let me do it. Like they said that they made this amount of money, I'm gonna go and do it. It's like chasing that thrill. Like I said thrill. It's like the thrill of the chase and thinking that you're gonna make some money from it, and that in reality you're not about to make nothing from it. And if you do, it's a lot harder than you think it is. It's like you think it's easier, but it's not. Especially with people calling your phone, especially people saying you want a trip. That's all of this stuff. People, it's like winning and getting free stuff. It's like that too. It's like I'm feeling that. This pile has a lot of being tricked. One, and doing things that's not natural because they trying to make money, things they're not even passionate about. They starting investments with things it's like they don't know nothing about. They just throwing money, and I feel throwing money at problems. That's another thing. Instead of taking the time to actually fix something, you're throwing money at it. It's like, I'm just gonna throw money at it. Like, think that's gonna fix it, but it's not. And mismanaging money. I don't know why I'm feeling all of this, but mismanaging money. Mismanaging your money. It's almost like you can't keep it. It comes in, you can't keep it. It's just going through your hands. It's like spending your money on things that do not matter. Spending your money on things thinking it's gonna help you make money, but it's not making you nothing. That's what I'm feeling. Then I got the six of club yet again. But I mentioned in the previous reading that the clubs it feels very intelligent. It feels very like it's about like your mental, like the mental realm of things, like your thoughts. And with the 6, I'm feeling like 6 is a very discerning number. It's a service-based number too. So I think discerning if this influence other people are having on you, that's telling you all these ways you can make money, and you listening to these people. It could be a financial advisor, it could be a financial coach, it could be anybody that's dealing specifically with your finances. It could be a real estate agent, anything dealing with your resources, right? You need to have a discerning eye on. You need to balance your thoughts about it and people. So what I'm feeling, you need to balance your thoughts. You need to see beyond what is being put in front of your face. Like, just see it for what it is, not for what you want it to be, for the hope of what it could be, but really sitting with these opportunities that seem to keep coming your way. People kind of convince you to spend your money, or you trying to convince yourself, or just whatever it is. Sit with it. Stop trying to get rich quick. Getting rich quick, though, trying to win the lottery, playing, like, none of this stuff is going to be sustainable, because I just keep getting this vision from spirits, like money's just coming, and it's just coming, and it's just going. And it's because you don't have no real intention behind what you're doing. You living in your thoughts. You living in your thought realm. It's you missing the spiritual behind what you're doing. So I'm feeling that. And then I don't know why this was in the deck. This is the can't remember the rules. Learn new rules to over 75 classic and new card games. And check out the free app at www.bicyclecards.com/rules. I'm going to tell you, I don't know why this was in there. I thought I took this out, but clearly I did not. But I feel like it's what need to be read. I think this is a card that needed to be in there right now, because it's like you can't remember the rules. Can't remember the rules to the game you playing, because you too busy playing the game that you cannot win. It's almost like take the time to learn the real rules to make real sustainable income, real sustainable wealth. Stop trying to shortcut. There is no shortcut way to really make sustainable money. You just got to dig deep within yourself, have a very strong intention from why you're doing what you're doing, instead of just feeling like, I'm gonna follow the trend to make money. I'm gonna do what somebody else doing, looking at other people and what they doing. That could not be for you. Just because they made all that money, they may not be. Okay, so things may look a little different right now in the video, but I'm on Alden's phone because I ran out of memory on my phone, because I'm videoing this on my phone. And so, and it's like I was really getting into this, reading this third pile though. It's the energy. It's like things keep happening. Like my phone, it went off when I was in the middle of it, just went off. It clicked off. Then 5 minutes into recording, then my memory died. Like Mercury is retrograde. So, but I'm gonna take that as like spirit is like saying that you're too distracted by what doesn't matter, and you're spending too much time like focused on either something that's free, like cause trying to focus on getting free stuff, or two, focusing so hard on trying to get rich quick, trying to acquire resources without much effort. Like, you know, thinking that you done sold yourself this dream that you can, you know, you or someone else and sold you this dream that you can just do this one thing and make a whole bunch of money, and it's so easy and you ain't got to put that much work in, and you believe them, and people constantly selling you stuff, trying to it's like they trying to swindle you and you falling for it. Like, that's what I'm feeling like. And I feel spirit is calling you to learn the rules of the game that you're playing. Excuse me so much. That's my alarm. I have a thriving holistic healing practice. I see 10 or more clients a week, and I teach classes. And then just now, as they have a fly, I don't know what happened to the fly. I thought I just saw a fly. Crazy. But to go back, the thought in my mind was thinking that it's like caught a fly. It's like that, caught a fly. It's like I'm thinking like that whole feeling of like, it's like trying to catch something that's almost impossible. That is like I'm really feeling that, chasing fantasies. Like not really like living in reality. I feel like you're manifesting, like on this route, you're manifesting being cheated, like being someone's heartbreak, like somebody like doing wrong to you because you're open for it. It's like you're calling this in your life. It's like because you not living in reality. You like chasing all kind of stuff, chasing to get rich themes, chasing everything, anything that's around you, following it, trying to get something without having to do something. You know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling with this pile number 3. And what, all right, so we got these 3 cards right here together. You got the 5 of Swords reverse, you got the 4 of Pentacles, and then you got the 8 of Wands reverse. I feel like it's like spirit is saying, stop chasing, stop putting your personal power and your wealth in the hands of chasing fantasies, and look into your thoughts right now. Look at to what you focusing on. Like really look at it. Have a discerning eye with the things that you're doing. And learn the rules. Spend time learning the rules of the game. Spend time really honing in on your own craft. Learn something. Like get to what you are passionate about. Get to what you really want to do. Set really strong intentions on what it is you really want to manifest in your life. What do you really want? You know, what kind of material things you really want. And it's like learn, master yourself. Master your desires. Really figure that out and learn what you need to learn to make your desires a reality. Stop trying to scapegoat. You know, stop putting your fate, okay, in the wrong things to where you can't put your fate where it really matters, right? And to move on with it, to it's like having this spiritual, and this when it's reversed, it's the battle is within you. It's like this spiritual fight, like within yourself, like that is like you too busy distracted and fighting with yourself about what you really want. Like this is an inner struggle to really be able to see spirit and see things come together, because you too busy trying to like if you see these people on here, they trying to put it here, then just like they like trying to build something and they don't have no direction. Oh yeah, that's what I got for here on here. Lack of direction. You don't know what you need to manifest, because like healthy manifestation, because you don't have no direction. You lacking direction. You keep trying to make things work that don't work, and it's like you know, it's kind of like yourself is like saying, like with the Four of Pentacles, ground yourself, like work hard. Think of something like with this is a work hard card. Look, both of his feet is on these pentacles on the ground. One on his chest, that's at his heart. One at the top of his head, that's on his head. So it's kind of like you're balancing, right, your mind about what you're getting. It's like you have your clear focus on what it is you're trying to manifest, right? It's something that comes from your heart. You got your heart on it. So your heart and your mind balanced on this one thing. You know what I'm saying? You not everywhere. Like with this, you'll sorry. Oh, not this one. Hold on. With this one, with the 5, your mind, your spirit is everywhere. You can't figure out. You don't have no direction. Spirit is like, but we need you to focus your mind and your heart and ground yourself in reality on what's realistic, on what you should invest your money in, what you should invest your time in, what you should invest your physical energy in, what you need to invest. Like ground yourself in real life, not fantasies, not like you can't. So you need to balance. In order to do that, you need to balance your heart and your mind. Your mind controls your thoughts and the way you think. How are you thinking and looking at this situation? You know what I'm saying? It's asking you. Okay, so let's try this again. I really had okay. All right, pile number 3. I want you to know this pile has been very hard to get a reading out too. I just feel like so much hadn't happened. I had came to some great conclusions, and then the video wasn't recording. It's like some great messages came, and then I didn't even realize that I was on my husband's phone. I was on Alden's phone recording because I ran out of memory on my phone. So instead of me going and deleting some stuff off my phone, I go to his phone and I'm recording on his phone. And all of a sudden, like the phone just clicked out, and it was like I didn't even realize that I'm up here giving a great reading, great insight to no one but myself. So I guess that was practice. I even had a song and everything. But so let me just try to get back to it, because right now I'm having like a lot of heaviness right now. But I kind of really been feeling it since I've been doing this pile right here. It's almost like conviction. Like I'm feeling conviction. I'm feeling a lot of like a need for discernment, which is one card that we talked about, but from these thoughts. Just a lot of heaviness in the thoughts, a lot of things not wanting to accept. So it's like the heaviness clouds what should be done right now. Like you can't focus on what needs to be done. It's like I got to this card, forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. But what I realized is, I gotta go back. Because I left off on, when I went back and looked at the video, on the Four of Pentacles. And it was about being, opening yourself up to a realistic point of view on how you should be making your money right now. What you should be investing in, balancing it from your mind and your heart. You're not coming from a place of a balanced mind and heart. You're coming from a place of desperation. That's what it feels like desperate, needing the money, needing something, so it's like your energy isn't grounded. Your energy is all over the place, like spiritually, just being pulled in so many directions. And as I was saying is that when you balance, that's where the Eight of Wands come in. That Eight of Wands. The 8 is a number of power. It's a very strong number. It's about being highly intuitive, in tuned with your own needs and your own desires, and you know how to create wealth from your sheer personal power. Like from you, and personal power has a lot to do with your energy. You draw people to you. You draw opportunities to you. You don't go out and chase things. Like I think that's one of the messages that come out from this pile, is that chasing fantasies. When you're in your personal power, you don't chase fantasies. You know what's real. You know what's not real. You have a balanced mind between. You have a balanced mind. You do. You have a balanced mind and a balanced heart. The things you do is heart-centered. It's not, all right, it's heart-centered. It's a balance of being heart-centered and centered in your mind, centered in your thoughts. It's that balance. That means you don't just go strictly just by what your heart see, because sometimes that can be misleading, and sometimes you can be pulled in all kinds of different directions just following your heart. But it's having the mind to help you accomplish the things in your heart, and also to see if you're following what you truly want from your heart, because what you think you want sometimes is not always what you really want. And I think this card is calling pile number 3 to really get sure of what you really want. And the only way to do that is to balance your thoughts and your heart, and what you and really looking at your heart and the heart of the matter. I'm hearing matter. Looking at the heart of the matter. Right? And moving from that. So like I was saying, with the Eight of Wands, is about personal power. And when it's reversed, it feels like do not move forward right now. Don't keep trying to move forward with all of these distractions. Because these are distractions that's keeping you from tapping into your personal power. That's keeping you from expanding. It's keeping you from expanding yourself, keeping you from moving forward, keeping you from traveling to spiritual places you've never been. Right? It's like spiritually, you need to get grounded spiritually before you go out and try to attain spiritual wealth. Ooh, I wasn't thinking. All right. So right now it's spiritual wealth. It feels like that's what you're really deep down in pursuit of, is spiritual wealth. But you're confusing that with material wealth, and it's like that's your drive. It's like trying to look. It's like, that's what I was thinking. This is what I said, is that this is calling you to enjoy the journey, right? Because this is about journey. And it feels like currently you're not enjoying the journey. You're just trying to get to the end destination without spending the time really being consistent. Because this card is is connected. The Four of Pentacles is connected to Capricorn, the sign Capricorn. And Capricorn, the energy is very, very determined, and it's very, very consistent. Capricorns like to be consistent. So they like to have a consistent job. They like to consistently, like, they like to have they like to have a consistent system that they continuously can be able to produce results from. That's why they like having security in their job. That's why most Capricorns feel great. I've been on my job for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. They like length. They like long. They like the journey of, I've been doing this for so long. They like that. And so it's kind of like this. It's like you're missing that. This desire to build something substantial and really enjoy the journey that you're on. And it's a call for this spiritual journey. That's what it feels like. If you follow the spiritual journey, the spiritual prompts of your heart, and let your mind be based on the spiritual, it feels like then you're going to attain the physical wealth that you really desire. And it feels, because the Wands is about spirituality, inspiration, motivation, what moves you. So getting in touch with what really moves your heart, what moves your mind, from instead of just wanting this instant gratification. What do you want in the long term? So once you figure that out, then move from that inner knowing. And so what I'm feeling like spirit is asking you to manifest right now, what ideally what you're manifesting. So your unintentional manifestation, it feels like, is just chaos, like distractions, allowing other people to influence you, a lack of direction, chasing fantasies, right? Spirit is like, it's enough of that. What you actually want is, I pulled this new earth, right? What you really long for is vision. You're looking for a long-term vision. You want to remember the vision. You don't want to chase. It's like you're too busy chasing what you think the vision should look like, that you're missing what the vision actually is. You can't see the vision because you out here trying to create vision. When spirit is like, I don't need you to create the vision. I just need you to see the vision. The vision is already happening. You don't have to do anything. When you balance your thoughts in your heart, you don't have to do anything. You get the vision, then you can see. And so this card says, a new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. And I feel like when I hear keep holding the vision, is that realize the vision. Get in tune with yourself, connect with spirit, and the vision will be given to you. You will see the vision, should I say. The path to the vision will naturally happen, but which it goes into here, it says, forge, don't follow. Pave anew, be the leader you wish you had. And it feels like in here, it's like being like really going into the unknown. It's that having this faith, because it feels like this pile has a lot of beliefs. Like you believe a lot. You believe a lot of stuff, and that's the thing that is getting you confused, got you lost in chasing fantasies, because you believe what people are telling you. You believe it. If you don't believe, you want to believe it. You want to believe that you can make money without actually having to put the work in. You want to believe all of these fantasies, when it's kind of like you don't have to believe what is already yours. You don't have to believe anything. You can just have faith. So it's almost like spirit is asking you to lose your beliefs. Lose them. Lose what you're thinking. Lose all of that, and instead have faith in what has already been laid out for you. It's like forge a new path. Forge a new path. One that is free of what you think your life should be, and move into what a new pathway, something that you can't even conceive. It's like, what? Trust your vision, First go into spirit for your vision, and then trust that spirit is going to help you, going to show you how to forge a new path. And it's like, and it's a path of being a leader. It's a call to be a leader. It's a call to not continuously following other people and what they say is the thing. What they say, what you should do. You know, all of this stuff on Instagram, all of these gurus, you know, all of these Instagram gurus that tell you how to make money, how to make six figures. YouTube, everybody. You go on YouTube, you see commercial after commercial, how you can make money fast, how you could do this. How it's almost like without much work. I figured it out. You figured it out. You figured it out. And now you telling me, like, I don't need to figure it out on my own. Just follow your program. And then you'll let me know. That's the thing, is that I feel with this pile, you are called to figure it out on your own. With a little guidance on how you can get to who you really are and what you really want. Instead of chasing all of these things that don't actually matter. And it says, Star Family. The next card is, you're a part of a team of souls. Call in support. I think that's what it is. It's this. It's not saying that you can't trust people. It's saying that who you are trusting is not leading you in the direction you need to go. These people are aligned with who you were, not who you really are. They're aligned with who you thought you wanted to be, not who you are moving forward. So you need to call in support from people who are going in that direction, the new direction that you really going in right now. So it's kind of like, you know, getting in tune with your spirituality, right? And surrounding yourself with other people who are getting in tune with their spirituality, right? Maybe some people who are a step ahead of you, who already are kind of confident in their spirituality. But I feel with this pile right here is that you're kind of lost away from your vision, and it's like I got lack direction. You're lacking direction. You're not following the things that you really should be following. And it feels like I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get through this file right here. The phones keep cutting off on me, keep losing memory. I think that's a sign. I feel like maybe you have too much stuff going on in your life that's clogging up your mind, and it's blocking your memory. Alright, so also, alright, so the cards that I pulled is that, before that, the ending note of what I said was, it's time for you to call in support to help you to stop chasing fantasies. One of the things that I read, one of the things I wrote down in my thing was left eye. Like, I kept feeling like there was something in my left eye, and it couldn't until after my meditation was over. That's when it stopped. It kept scratching my left eye, and it's almost like, what are you covering? What are you not allowing yourself to see fully? What are you blocking your vision from? And I kept feeling like, and then I thought of left eye. And before the thing cut off, I was having a thought, and I was reading the card. I think it was Forge, Don't Follow. Be the leader you wish you had. And also Star Family, you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. When I think of left eye, the image that came into my mind is when she went to Dr. CB, right? And she was went to him so she can go heal. And it's that she ended up dying, I think, in that island when the truck or something flipped over. Thing that also came to me was that it's almost like I'm thinking spiritual death. Not so much physical. I know that's kind of scary to think about, like when I mentioned that, but I'm thinking that you are going through a spiritual death, like one where you are, the old you is leaving, and the new you is arising. And it's like the whole chasing fantasies, the thought that came to me is TLC's waterfalls. Don't go chasing fantasies. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Listen to the rivers and the valleys. Stick to the rivers and valleys like you're used to. That is that part right there. So I think with this pile right here, the first pile was about they was listening too much to their instincts. The second pile felt like they were listening too much to their intuition, and this pile, it feels like you're not listening to neither. You're not really following. You're not really listening. Either you're not really listening to your instincts or not really listening to your intuition, or you're listening to both of them, and you're not listening you're listening to the part that's keeping you caught up in things that don't matter, if that make any sense. And this feels like stop chasing waterfalls. It's like get into yourself, get into your instincts, get into your intuition. Know that the difference between the two. The instincts is directly connected to your emotional cycles, what you've been through emotionally, and your intuition is directly connected to your mental, your thought patterns, right? So when you balance both of those, you come into this place of really understanding what you want out of life, and you get a balanced perspective on what you should be focusing on. And so I get this: Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. It feels like there is a divine plan in order, and that the things that you're doing, like the things that you're supposed to be doing, is laying the foundation for your future generation. It could be your children. So maybe you may not reach this level of wealth that you think that you would like to reach, right? Maybe you are laying the foundation down for your kids to reach this certain level of wealth. Maybe you're called to develop the plan for the wealth, but your kids or other people are going to be the ones to carry it out. Not saying that you won't get wealthy, but maybe it's not your job. Maybe you're just the investor. That's why it's important to have a discerning eye, so you can know who or what to invest in. So maybe you come up with the plan. You invest in the idea, right? You come up with the idea. You invest monetarily if you have it in the idea, but it's someone else. You delegate the responsibility for someone else to carry out the plan. And that's what I'm feeding, is that maybe you're the seed bearer, right? This could mean several things. Like it could mean you're the seed bearer where you bear the seeds, like you give people seeds. That may be a job for you that you don't even realize, that maybe people could come to you for ideas and you get paid from that. Maybe you give the ideas, right, and other people carry it out. Maybe that's what people seek from you, but you're so busy trying to carry it out, and that may not actually be your calling. Your calling, you may be a spiritual leader, and you let people know what they need to do. You may even be a minister. Who knows? You may just feel like this person right here, with it saying the Anna, grandmother of Jesus, is that you hold that like, all right, so you hold this wisdom, right? That lays the foundation for others to come after you. And maybe that should be what you focus on. Maybe I feel like that's what Spirit is saying, that you're manifesting. You're manifesting being the seed. And some people, like, you have seed investors, people who see potential in other people. But you can't see it if you're just chasing, right? Just being bought by any sad story. Like, just anybody say anything, you buying into it. So maybe you're being called to really have a discerning eye and figure out the best place to spend your time and your energy. And that you have a divine plan. You have a divine purpose and a divine plan. But you got to get into yourself to remember what it is, to really get the bigger picture of it all. And then I pulled this star seeds. In order to do that, what lights you up? It says, what lights you up? It's this girl looking out at Saturn. Saturn is the one with the rings, right? So it's that. It's this whole thing of looking out she's on a cliff looking out over the earth. That's the earth, and it's like she's in space and she see all these different planets. It's that I feel that's a call that you need to take a back and zoom out of your life and look at all that's been manifested. And when I look at the grandmother, it's like that's kind of what she's doing. She's way up here looking down at all of the, it's like she has all of these babies, you know, all of these people looking up to her, praising her. It really feels this power right here is a leader. It's a leader. They have leader written all over it. But it's like they're not following who they really are, so they can't lead in the way that they are supposed to lead. And I feel this is a call on your life to be manifesting what and who are you really serving, right? And figuring that out so you can do it. And then the invitation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I feel this power is being called to let go of everything of what they thought that their life should be like. Just let it go. Like, let it go. And stop thinking what the vision is and go and feel into the vision. Feel into the vision. Let spirit guide you. Get into your spirituality. This is a big call for you to have faith. This power is to have faith. And I'm thinking this power is very spiritual. I think this is a very spiritual power. I'm getting minister vibes from this. Like, people look up to you, but you too busy following other people, not seeing that other people are looking up to you. It's like you too busy following other influences. Could be like influence and thoughts that doesn't actually work for you. That's what I'm feeling. And then I pulled these two goddess cards. One, Genevieve, true love. The romantic strings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. You're manifesting love. And it's true love. So maybe is that why you feel you need to chase all of these resources and get rich quick? Because you think that that's going to attract the person to you who you want to be with. The universe is saying you don't need to do any of that. You just need to be. Like, you just need to accept your place in this life, and that your true love, right? Whether it be a person or your purpose, will come to you. That's what it feels like. Your true love. In this sense, it can be your true heart's desire, or which can be, you know, power, prestige, leadership, or another person that you want to share your life with. All right, so this is Sarasta Vita. I feel like I messed that up. It says the arts. Express yourself through creative activities. It feels like you are called to really dig deep into yourself and express this in the most creative way, right? It's like almost like I'm hearing like spend some time creating, like whatever it is. Like, get off of do something that's completely outside of you. Like, if you're not a draw. If you're not a painter, paint. If you're not a singer, sing. If you're not a dancer, dance. Everything, whatever it is you feel like you're not, do that. And when it comes to expressing your creativity, take a dance class. If you feel like I'm a horrible dancer, take a dance class. Online, I got plenty of dance classes that you can enroll in and do virtual if you're just too scared to do it in person, you know, or if it's not available to you in person. It's like this power is called to do the opposite of what you've been doing. This is what I feel like. This is opposite. It's like, you know, if you feel like you're not a singer, take some singing classes. Or just sing. You don't need any classes either. Just do it. It's just whatever you feel like you can't do and that's not you, do that when it comes to being creative. That's what I'm feeling. So with this power, I'm feeling like you're releasing. Where did that come from? But in reality, yes, you're releasing these thoughts of what you thought your life should have been. or what you think the vision of your life is, and this idea that you need to get rich quick, or you are constantly searching for free stuff, or it's thinking that the answers is in this free thing, or answers is in whatever promotion somebody is selling you. It's like buying into it, believing. Beliefs keeps coming up for this power. It's what your beliefs is a problem. That's your biggest problem. It's what you believe, and buying into other belief and believing into other people instead of having faith in what you really want to do for yourself. So I feel like releasing and letting go, and letting go of this manifestation of lacking focus. It wasn't focus, huh? It was direction, but focus came out. Lacking direction, because it's like I'm feeling you have a focus, but it don't seem like it's spiritually led, your current focus. But what spirit wants you to manifest is a spiritual focus, one that is higher, more divine than what you're currently focused on. And you're invited to leave behind the shell of a person who you have been, and chasing all this stuff that don't matter, and being influenced by people who don't matter, and dig deep within yourself so that you can attract your soul family, the people who are going to influence you and help you, it's like scoot you on into the direction that you truly want for your life. And the way to do that is creativity. That's the way to do it. So that's what I'm feeling for pile number 3. This pile was really hard to do. The technology just kept messing up every chance. It's probably gonna mess up now. So, but if you were feeling this reading, please let us know down. I say please, but let us know down in the comments. Also, listen to Don't Go Chasing Waterfall. That's your homework. Go listen to that song. And write where you could be chasing waterfalls. Yeah. All right. So leave in the comments, and let us know what you're manifesting. Let us know what in this video resonated with you, and what it highlighted that you have been manifesting unintentionally, and what you intentionally truly want to manifest for this new moon in Libra. And subscribe to this channel, because we definitely will be posting more videos. All right. It's been nice. It's been fun. Thank you for watching this video and being here with me as I delivered these messages. I feel like Spirit really was talking, and it was definitely needed. I definitely feel and see and understand which pile was for me. All right, y'all. Until next time, be well.